Don't file for divorce until you protect your assets, and here's why. Thinking about saying I don't in divorce court? Well, welcome back to our channel where we talk about smart financial moves, and today I'm your friendly neighborhood divorce demystifier, back with another spicy truth bomb about splitting up. Today's topic: protecting your assets before the lawyers and judges waltz into your financial life like uninvited guests at a potluck. Because let's face it, divorce can be a financial battlefield, and you wouldn't charge into war without some serious armor, right? Now, I'm not a marriage counselor, but I can certainly give some guidance on protecting your treasures before the pirates try to claim them in a divorce. That's because I've been the CEO of the largest asset protection company in the country for 33 years, called Asset Protection Planners. And here's the biggest reason for protecting your assets before filing to divorce: a status quo order, or an automatic temporary restraining order, or ATRO. An automatic temporary restraining order is your temporary financial truce, and it does the following things. Number one, freezes assets. The order often prohibits both parties from selling, transferring, or borrowing against property or concealing assets. Number two, restricts major decisions. It might restrict parties from moving bank accounts, investments, selling real estate, making significant changes to insurance policies, or setting up or changing a trust, including asset protection trusts, which are your most powerful weapons against lawsuits and divorces. Number three, children-related matters. The order may include provisions that prevent either parent from making major decisions about the children's lives or removing the children from their usual place of residence. Number four, debt accumulation. Parties are usually prohibited from incurring significant debts, like taking out loans or making large purchases on credit, or encumbering real estate, which is another asset protection move that we employ. Number five, jurisdictional stability. The order can stipulate that the parties cannot move to another jurisdiction with the intent to establish a new domicile during the divorce process. So this legal magic trick puts a pause button on most things you can do to protect your assets from divorce. So it keeps you from protecting your assets from your soon-to-be ex-spouse. That's right, while the judge ponders who gets the dog in the porcelain unicorn collection, your hard-earned cash can be evaporating faster than free beer at a frat party. Enter the Cook Islands Trust, your financial fortress in paradise. So what can you do? Well, let's talk about building a financial fortress around your assets. A fortress so strong that it would make even the most piratical lawyer think twice. This fortress, my friends, comes in the form of a Cook Islands Trust. Now, I know what you may be thinking. A Cook Islands Trust? Isn't that where coconuts grow and sharks wear sunscreen? Well, yes, it is a tropical paradise, but more importantly, it's a legal haven with asset protection laws that make Switzerland look like a kindergarten sandbox. But hey, aren't there domestic trusts? The problem is they are under the jurisdiction of a domestic judge, and we have seen results-oriented judges penetrate domestic trusts left and right. So we can set up a domestic trust. The problem is they usually don't work. The Cook Islands Trust is proven to work time and time again, and we have set up more of them than anyone in the world. Now here's the gist. You set up a trust in the Cook Islands and then transfer ownership of your assets, think bank accounts, investments, even that vintage Pokemon card collection, to the trust. Now your trust acts like a financial fortress, legally separating you from your soon-to-be ex-spouse. Now, before you start picturing yourself sipping Mai Tais on a private beach with your assets safely tucked away, there are some things to do. Remember, setting up a Cook Islands Trust isn't a walk in the park. It involves lawyers, paperwork, and yes, some tropical island vibes. But those are optional, and we make it easy to walk you through the process. Now, it's not a magic shield. If someone tries to hide stolen assets or pulls some shady shenanigans naturally, we won't set up the trust for that purpose. Now, it's not cheap per se, but it's a lot cheaper to most people than losing most of your assets in a divorce or other lawsuit. Think of it as an investment in your financial future, like the Fort Knox of asset protection with a fruity cocktail on the side. But hey, don't just take my word for it. Let's look at some real-life examples. Case study number 1, Jack, a successful entrepreneur, protected his stock market portfolio in a Cook Islands trust before his divorce. This allowed him to maintain control and keep the investments growing even during the emotional roller coaster of his split. Case study number 2, John, a doctor, transferred his retirement savings into a Cook Islands trust. When his wife sued for a large portion of his assets, the trust shielded the nest egg, ensuring he could retire comfortably. And the stats? Well, a study by the American Bar Association found that people who took steps to protect their assets before divorce were significantly less likely to experience financial hardship during and after the separation. So it's not just about paranoia, it's about being proactive and safeguarding your financial future, because once the divorce is filed, there is a lot less that we can do to protect your assets. Humor break. I know this is serious stuff, but let's inject a little humor, shall we? Imagine your divorce lawyer is a circus performer juggling chainsaws labeled debt and alimony while riding a unicycle of emotional turmoil. Wouldn't you like a nice, sturdy financial fortress to keep those chainsaws and unicycle away from your precious assets? Look, divorce is tough. It's emotionally draining, it's logistically messy, and it can wreak havoc in your finances. But remember, you're not a damsel in distress waiting for some knight in a trust to save you. You're the freaking warrior king of your financial castle. And it's your job to build those castle walls strong before the divorce dragons come breathing fire. The Cook Islands Trust isn't the only tool in your arsenal. There are prenuptial agreements, postnuptial agreements, and a whole array of financial advisors and legal experts ready to help you navigate the choppy waters of divorce. The problem is that those arrangements are usually challenged left and right. Divorce attorneys are masters in poking holes in those arrangements. So the choice to be proactive, the decision to take control of your financial future, that's yours. So don't wait until the divorce doo-doo hits the fan. Start building your financial fortress today. Talk to our on-staff lawyers and consultants, explore your options, and remember, knowledge is power, especially when it comes to protecting your hard-earned cash. And hey, if you do end up building your own financial paradise in the Cook Islands, like I have, remember to send an invite. I love a Mai Tai on the beach that doesn't smell like courtroom drama. So thanks for joining me on this wild ride through the world of divorce and asset protection. Stay tuned for more spicy divorce truths, helpful tips, and maybe even a few lawyer jokes, because let's be honest, they're low-hanging fruit. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with anyone who's facing a divorce dragon. Together we can build a financial fortress and conquer the divorce battlefield like the warrior kings we truly are. Visit assetprotectionplanners.com for more free information. This is The Business Guy.